100%.
Her post games reek a little bit of jealousy and bitterness. That's how it comes across to me, but I don't know.
Inside, I think we were playing really hard. I think we went up really strong a lot of times, and we didn't get a lot of calls. And going back and looking at the film, I've seen a lot of calls that weren't made. I guess some people got a special whistle, but just being able to...
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode. So whenever Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese have gone up against each other on the basketball court, it has been must-see television. Angel Reese and her LSU squad got the better of Caitlin Clark and Iowa in the 2023 National Championship. Then Clark turned around and knocked LSU out of the tournament this year. Clark and the Indiana Fever have defeated Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky twice already this WNBA season, with the latest matchup seeing Angel Reese get called for a flagrant foul on Caitlin Clark. After the matchup, Clark was asked about why people watch her and Angel Reese play, and she said, "I think what she's done with her platform has been absolutely incredible. She has an entire fan base that has supported her and what she did at Maryland, then LSU. Obviously, I've played her for a very long time and she's been a tremendous player. It's been fun getting to compete against. I think it's been really good for the game." For more content, please like the video and subscribe. Thank you.
So now I listen to her post games, and yeah, she's become the villain. I don't think she wants to be the villain, but she's become the protagonist, the opposite. She's the
instigator.
She's the instigator.
100%.
Her post games reek a little bit of jealousy and bitterness. That's how it comes across to me, but I don't know. I can't. They're still too young for me to know for sure where they're going to sort of stand.
Maybe edgy. Maybe
yeah,
she's
definitely edgy.
I told you she talked that talk. She just got a different.
Play with an edge and she talk with an edge.
Okay,
she's got a different style.
I get it.
She's going to have to accept the fact that when her team on Friday night went to play the Washington Mystics, they kept it in the little gym, the little building, which holds 4,200, and that's what they drew. And when Caitlin went there a couple of weeks ago to play the Mystics, who are the worst team in the league, they moved it to the big gym. They moved to the big arena because it was the Capital One arena, and they sold 20,333 seats. So Angel drew 4,000 basically, and Caitlin drew 20,000. Okay, that's a fact. That's been happening consistently.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm looking at what's happened in these two losses, and Caitlin has outplayed her. So she just gonna have to play better. And even on rebounding, she's a great offensive rebounder, but Caitlin's now only 5 back of her in defensive rebounds for the season. Well, that's pretty good. So Caitlin's averaging 16, 5, and 6, and Angel's still having a good rookie year at 12, 10, and 2. Mm-hmm. But the point is, all of her post game, and again, she's playing the villain role, it just comes off as so negative. You guys like the media is against her. I don't think the media is against her. And when she says special whistle, I got to tell you, I've watched every one of Caitlin's games. There have been so many times when she's trying to dribble the ball up the court and she gets met at half court by a very physical defender who just footballs her, just attacks her, and they don't ever call it. They just let them play, and I'm great with that. Yeah. But you can't tell me she's getting a special whistle or she just marching to the free throw line like James Harden used to march to the free throw line. So I don't see special whistle.
No.
And that Kennedy Clark play, I don't know. That just looked bitter to me. That just looked like she called her the B word and just went after her.
Just being able to execute offensively and defensively. I think we could have did a better job being able to know the plays and run the plays as Coach told us to run.
And then when it comes to Caitlin and Aaliyah, how tight do rotations have to be defensively to really defend that well?
Just being able to make sure you're off the touch as a post, and then being able to help the guard as much as you can.
Yeah, can you kind of, from the flagrant, did you feel like that?
Basketball play.
Yeah, do you feel like that was the appropriate call or more?
Basketball play. I can't control the refs. They affected the game obviously a lot tonight, so.
But it did look in it, but like you were going for the ball.
I mean, I'm always going for the ball. Like, y'all gonna play that clip, 20 times before Monday?
Well, we don't work in TV, so I'm not going to play it anymore. But
this clip gonna get out somewhere.
That doesn't happen on my side. You're correct. Yes.
Yeah.
When it comes to this losing streak, how do you guys have to respond as far as coming together in these moments?
Yeah, I mean, pressure breaks pipes. So either we're going to sink down and just continue to keep losing, or we're going to do what it takes to figure out what to do to get better. I think we just got to get back to the drawing board and figure things out.
Angel, I want to get your assessment from the first half to the second half, because the first half, you and Camilla were cooking in the first half there, but what happened in that second half?
I mean, for inside, I think we were playing really hard. I think we went up really strong a lot of times, and we didn't get a lot of calls. And going back and looking at the film, I've seen a lot of calls that weren't made. I guess some people got a special whistle, but just being able to play hard as best as we can. I'm still proud of Camilla going on, still getting a double-double. And that's something y'all not going to be able to stop, regardless of the referees. Like, we're here for a while. We're not going to be denied, it's no matter what you guys can try to do. But our goal is to win, and we're going to do whatever it takes to win and continue to do that.
There's been a lot of talk about the star power on both of these young teams, and as we saw, it was a one-possession game to the final couple minutes. What do you think? How does that add to kind of the excitement between these two teams and the excitement of playing in a game like this?
Yeah, I mean, I guess another basketball game. I guess a lot of hype around the game, of course, but we're kind of honestly just here to play ball.
Any more for Angel?
I got one more. Angel, so obviously we talk a lot about the fact that you haven't lost a lot of games in your career. What do you do to kind of get your mind right just in a tough stretch like this?
I mean, yeah, it's tough. I'm not used to losing like this. But either I'm going to be mad and sad about it, or I'm going to get up and figure out what I can do better, and look myself in the mirror and figure out what can I do better before the next game to help the team.
Any more for Angel? Thank you, Angel.
Made, but what improvements do you think need to be made in late game situations to kind of push you guys over the edge?
Just like the little details. Obviously, we're a super new team, and it's not an excuse, but there's some growing pains, and just executing down the stretch, like what coach draws up and stuff, individually, so that we as a team can succeed. Like, it's important. So just like kind of locking in and not being worried about anything that's going on in the game. There's a lot of things that can distract you. Mm-hmm. So just like being able to lock in on the board and go board to court would be, if I could pick one thing, would be important.
What do you think's happening in those situations where the play is breaking down and you guys are kind of getting away from the play that's drawn up?
I mean, number one, maybe just like literally forgetting what you're supposed to do possibly. And then also, the game moves faster than you think it does when you're on the board watching. Mm-hmm. Then all of a sudden maybe someone face guards, so she curls a little bit differently, and now you're confused possibly. Like stuff like that where, I think you have to actually understand exactly what the play is trying to do, and I think that would help, execute better if you kind of know the end result.
Mm-hmm. And then just what were your thoughts on the difference in starting rotation?
I mean, I don't know if this was like starters or non-starters type of thing, but like I thought that we took care of the ball well today, so I thought that was a good, like a bright spot. And then we had 12 offensive rebounds, although we had 7 in the first half, I think, so like in the second half not as well. But kind of, I thought that Camilla and Angel did a good job like attacking the rebounds offensively. But then on the flip side, I think that we could have helped them a little bit inside more. Boston was getting deep steals, and Alyssa was getting to play her one-on-one from the free throw line, so maybe if we could have helped them, like, been better teammates defensively.
More from Marina?
Yeah, there were a lot of people excited about this game, excited about the series rivalry between these two teams, and basically a one-possession game for most of the game. Does it feel like there's more intensity against that opponent?
I don't feel it. I mean, I'm not really in that stuff. I feel like that's like the new fans and stuff, so I don't remember Chicago and Indiana ever being a rival. Sorry, I just don't see it like that, but yeah, there's 12 teams in this league, so I feel like, we want to beat them all, and yeah, I don't even really know what happens.
So, Maria, I wanted to ask you, you were operating a lot out of the post tonight. Just how did you feel out there with the ball and just the way the team were getting the ball to you?
My teammates did a really good job finding me today, for sure, but also I feel like it could have converted better for them a little bit more. But I mean, that's a bright spot for tonight for sure, but we didn't get the win, so I'm really happy about it.
In these moments.
Yeah, I mean, pressure breaks pipes to me. Either we're going to sink down and just continue to keep losing, or we're going to do what it takes to figure out what to do to get better. I think we just got to get back to the drawing board and figure things out.
Angel, I want to get your assessment from the first half to the second half, because the first half, you and Camilla were cooking in the first half there, but what happened in that second half?
I mean, for inside, I think we were playing really hard. I think we went up really strong a lot of times, and we didn't get a lot of calls. And going back and looking at the film, I've seen a lot of calls that weren't made. I guess some people got a special whistle, but just being able to play hard as best as we can. I'm still proud of Camilla going on, still getting a double-double. And that's something y'all not going to be able to stop, regardless of the referees. Like, we're here for a while. We're not going to be denied, it's no matter what you guys can try to do. But our goal is to win, and we're going to do whatever it takes to win and continue to do that.
There's been a lot of talk about the star power on both of these young teams, and as we saw, it was, a one possession game until the final couple